Thanks to another shockingly good Pleasant Valley loot haul, and even some decent weather too, things are looking up, and they weren't even that bad yet. 6 days, 1 hour, and 20 minutes remain. I'm talking, Mark. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series, where we are taking on the Hopeless Rescue Challenge, and before I take another step, because I don't want to exhaust poor Marky Mark here, I'm going to go ahead and just drop some of the heavy stuff that I'm carrying, because I, frankly, don't need all of this stuff, and the less stuff I am lugging around, the better off I shall be. We're going to drop that vest we just picked up. We're going to drop most pairs of gloves that we found. I'm not worried about getting the cloth from harvesting these items, because I will be able to find cloth here in this house momentarily. So we're dropping that pair of shoes as well. We're definitely dropping these work pants, and we're going to drop these extra toques. We have a balaclava. I'll keep that toque just because I think I'll be okay. I have not a lot. I do have that extra. It'll take an hour to harvest this, though. You know what? I don't have an hour to harvest a random storm lantern. So, as much as I would enjoy having that extra fuel, I think I'm just going to brave it. Let's grab some tomato soup, condensed milk, and see what the kitchen has to offer us. What's this? Maple syrup. Nice. What's this? What's this? So many things. Orange soda. Okay. Anything back here? No. Gotta check all the nooks and crannies. We have some lantern fuel, so if I run this thing down... Yes, that's true. You can always use more food. You are, in fact, human. All right, I'm going to grab that wood because I'm going to need to, in a moment, have an actual fire going. So, the scrawled music of a survivor who was here before you. Okay, I'm not going to read about the recipe for bread right now. As fascinating and thoughtful as that was, of that particular survivor to leave that information for us. Did not find any more coffee, by the way. Did you notice that? No more coffee. Alright. Still a chance we could find some useful items elsewhere, though. There's some herbal tea. Not the best. I do want to poke my head out here real quick and see if I find...
I could eat anything right now.
Could you? Really? Anything. There's an energy bar, so we'll probably eat that, honestly. But let's look upstairs first, while we have time with this lantern. I'm getting pretty tired. We'll check this cabinet, sure. Ketchup chips, some more firewood. Although, to be fair, hang on. I might not end up using any of that stuff, so let's just drop the wood by the fireplace, because if I don't find coffee, I'm not going to be starting a fire. There's going to be no reason to. So that remains to be seen whether or not that's going to happen. Let's take a look in here. Always a chance there's a gun in here. I really don't want to spend more time here than is necessary, but I feel like the opportunity to
This'll come in handy.
Loot up while we can, since this location was on our way, is not one that I should miss. Okay, nothing here, nothing on the floor, no guns anywhere, not in here anyway. Let's head upstairs. And we'll have some repairs to do once the sun comes up, which it's coming up right now.
That'll come in handy.
I don't need the ragged thermal underwear. I've already got a pair. Don't need a new hoodie. Although, hang on. What condition is the thermal underwear that I'm already wearing? 99%. I'm good. Don't need the wool scarf. No, don't need it. Don't need a magnifying lens. I mean, I might. I'll go ahead and grab it. I don't think I have one yet. Wool mittens, they are nice, but not as nice as the gloves I am already wearing. Wool socks are also nice, but I don't need them. Don't know why I picked them up then, but I will be putting them back shortly. Oh, wait. Let's grab some water. I can probably start putting this lantern away. Like the medicine shelf.
What have we here?
Got a bandage. Very nice. We did use a bandage already when we fixed up one of our sprains, so that is a useful replacement. Alright. Still holding out hope that we might find... Not just any grape soda there. Saw it. We might find a gun here. But there are additional locations along our route that I think are promising, even if we don't find a gun here. So I'm not going to leave here and be completely forlorn and sad and feel like my life is in danger because I don't have a firearm. I'll just have to be careful looking out for furry woodland friends. Let's take a look in here. Also, I should eat something. I don't want to tempt fate here. Let's see. Start with the low-condition soda. And also, we're going to go ahead and open that 37% banged-up condensed milk, because if I don't eat that now, I'm never eating it. It's even a little bit risky now, to be honest. Okay. Let's just look in here really quickly. The light is starting to flicker, but also the sun is coming up. So that is good. I just want to see if we can find a gun. Anywhere. At all. No gun? No gun, it would seem. We are... Oh, there's a flare, though, and I will take a flare. I'll probably use it on my way up to my next spot, since I do not have a rifle or a revolver with which to scare off our woodland friends. Okay, now before we leave, gotta do a couple of things. Let's take a look at our clothing. We need to repair the items that we're wearing. Even though it's going to make us tired, these need to be in better condition. We can also grab some clothing. Does sound like, okay, my prediction from the previous episode is coming true. That's a shame, but that was expected. I don't want to burn too much time here, but I want to have these items in better condition. I picked up a lot of cloth. You'll be fine. Alright, need to not Mark, listen. I know you're tired, but I need you to not fail your repair jobs, okay? We don't have time. Alright, and we are out of cloth. So I'm not going to take any more time, but let's now look at what we're carrying. I'm going to drop the flashlight. I didn't mean to keep carrying that anyway. We're going to drop the spray paint, which I'm not going to keep memeing on. I will get to a point where I start using that, I think, but for now, we're going to leave that off the list. I'm going to drink this water. Oh, wait, stop. There's something more valuable I could be drinking right now, and that is coffee. Honestly, I drank too much water there. All right, so saying I'm not thirsty at the moment. So, unfortunately, here's what I'm going to have to do. Let's just put the bedroll down right here. What else am I carrying first before I do this? Nothing. Well, I've got a lot of sodas. I frankly don't need that many sodas, so I'll drop the lower condition ones. I dropped a higher condition one there, but I don't care. And I have more cans than I need, more sewing kits than I need. That's about £1 worth right there. More whetstones than I need. And I'll keep the flares because right now they're my only way of even remotely warding off threats. So I'll keep the flares. Okay. So I'm going to sleep for 2 hours just to regain a little bit of life and a little bit of my energy bar. That's not the sound I wanted to hear, but at least I have some items on me that are a little bit better. So now I should be able to drink some more coffee. Not in large quantities, though, unfortunately. Okay, that is good enough to get started. Is that... Alright, that's a firearm cleaning kit, but we don't actually have a firearm here anywhere. So, thanks for nothing, Pleasant Valley. Let's head out. And as soon as I get a little thirsty again, I will drink a little bit more coffee. Anything out here on the porch? Nope. Alright, cool. I want to be careful here because there could be wolves right out on the farm next to me. And I'd prefer not to provoke their ire until I can see more clearly across this area. Alright, good. I don't see any. So I'm going to take the path that you will recall my taking. Apologies in advance for the deja vu. And of course the wind is blowing directly in my face. This game is sentient. You cannot tell me it's not. It sees the direction I'm moving and the wind just changed direction slightly. Oh my god. That's confirmation bias. There are plenty of times when the wind does not blow in your face, but it sure does feel like it changes direction to blow in your face right when you're trying to get somewhere quick. But that's one of the advantages of this path that I'm taking now. Because if I stay close to these rocks, I have rocks on all sides of me, and the wind has to blow in a very specific direction. All right, we're going to drink more coffee. All right, so now we're no longer at less than 50% exhaustion, and I might be able to drink more in just a moment. But I don't necessarily want to burn through it too fast. Although what I could do real quick is I could probably eat... Tell you what, let's enjoy one of these maple syrups. I do wish I had the well-fed buff, which I'm going to get, assuming I stay well-fed, I'm going to get that about halfway through this challenge. We've got 5 days, 18 hours remaining. I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now, given that we are headed to Timberwolf Mountain. We have good clothing. And really only 1 day has passed. A day and a half. For us to be where we are right now is pretty darn good. I'm not happy about the fact that I'm encumbered, though. I'm just looking at that going, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, stop it, stop it, stop it. So let's go ahead and I can drop that arrow. I can drop that can because I have more canned goods I can get rid of. And I can drop that charcoal too. I can also drop that stuff, which is not going to be a lot of weight, but this is at the bottom of the list, of course. Anything else? I can probably drop... Well, no, let me not drop any of the water that I'm carrying. Is that, you know, for all I know, with the path I take, especially if I end up in a situation where I'm having to, like, really focus on just moving directly to Desolation Point as fast as I can, that could be the last water that I have in my inventory. That near gallon of water could be the last of my water. You never know. I don't think that'll be the case, but I should be open to that possibility, and so I am. Until I get distracted by bears, or wolves, or Aurora, or all of the above. I don't know if anything useful might be in this little decrepit area right here, but we'll find out. There is a possibility, and we know this from the Nomad challenge, that there will be a rifle at the plane wreck. That's the main location I'm thinking of, or was thinking of when I mentioned earlier that there are some other possibilities that I may be able to take advantage of. So... Ooh, there's some birch bark. I'm going to pick that up while it's right in front of me. Alright, I don't see anything here. Checking the tub. There's a rifle cartridge. That's... On any other day, that would be promising. Let's see, right now I really don't have time to mess around. Anything in the boat, maybe? There's rifle ammunition. But, see, that to me indicates that there might be a rifle nearby. Maybe there'll be one at the plane wreck. We'll have to find out. Let me go ahead and drink another coffee. Gives us a little bit of caloric value as well. So there's that. And notice that we're gaining in energy a bit. So that's helping. There's also there's the distinct possibility if we find a hacksaw on the way up to Timberwolf Mountain. Oh, hi, Wolf. Hi. You're closer than I like. There's the possibility if we find a hacksaw that we will be able to get into some of the loot containers. And then we'll absolutely have coffee. And I'm just kind of feeling like as long as I have at least one more tin of coffee, in addition to the coffee that I've already made, I'm not going to get overconfident, but like I feel like that's going to be the backbone of this challenge for me. And I've already had a pretty good start, so happy with what we're looking at. I think the last time I crossed this, it was nighttime. It was nighttime, actually, and there was an aurora because we were going to sleep in the cave. Yeah, major deja vu right now because I just took this path, in Archivist. One of the things that's going to be a challenge is I haven't made crampons yet. And, you know, I probably should have, to be honest, with the climbing that I'm going to need to be doing because it's going to exhaust me. And if I had crampons, that would at least make it easier. Okay, I'm going to peek into this cave. And then we're going to see if... you can hear all the carrion crows because there are bodies everywhere. I'm going to look in this cave. Maybe some useful items here. Or maybe not. Just a little bit of wood, a bed, and nothing else. Okay. Sometimes I feel like there's a little bit more of a bounty here, but not this time. How thoroughly do I check the wreckage? That's the question. So here we are at the top of the slope. See, this just... I feel like I should absolutely go through every suitcase really quickly and see if I can get the best items. I already have... I mean, look at my temperature right now. In terms of protection from the cold, at least during the daytime, it seems like I'm good. Yeah, I can't not while I'm here. It makes too much sense. I can't not. Oh, this is disorienting. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
I could use this.
All right. Another decent thin wool sweater there. So I can put that on in place of the hoodie, and I can drop the hoodie. New combat pants to replace... Yep, 3.6. I was right. It does triple.
Someone's stash.
Worn simple parka. Ah, someone's stash. We've already heard that at least once. Okay. I'll put the worn simple parka on in place of the windbreaker, which the windbreaker I don't think I'd even gotten around to fully repairing yet. But that's going to be a better item. Sewing kits. Nah, I don't need it. All right, let's head down this way.
This will come in handy.
T-shirts. This is always a little bit saddening, no matter how many times you visit this particular section of the map. Certainly one of the more hard-hitting areas, just for all the bodies and the destruction. A lot of early Long Dark areas were... I mean, they were sad. I mean, you could definitely tell that something terrible had happened, and that's always been part of the game's atmosphere. But when this plane crash was added to Pleasant Valley, it just brought a new level of kind of... It brought the reality of the Quiet Apocalypse out a little bit more. Added some additional detail. It's really nice from a world-building perspective, but it's a lot. Summit soda. I'm sure it's thoroughly frozen, but that is thankfully not a mechanic in the game at present. These drinks that you find cannot be frozen. Decent hoodie, don't need it. Also, when the plane crash was added, a bunch of new bodies were added, body models. So it was just eerie to start to see corpses that looked different from what we were accustomed to. All right, that's another ragged simple parka. I might.
Too heavy.
Hang on, let's take a look at this. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. The ski jacket's good enough. Painkillers, nice.
I could use this.
Another ragged simple parka. Don't need the wool socks. Don't need the jeans. So most of these items I am leaving behind. Flare, nice. Summit soda, nice. Huh. Chicken. All right. Let's go ahead and see if we have a gun this time. Doesn't look like it. Summit soda, orange soda, Summit soda. So that's probably more than I can carry, to be honest. All right. The last time I found the gun, I feel like it was down there. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that we do not have a rifle this time, but I will still look. Ooh, climbing socks. Climbing socks will actually be able to replace the wool socks that I'm wearing. All right, I'm starting to feel like I've lingered here too long. It's not just because the ominous music is playing. I feel like I've gotten everything that I am going to get. All right, that is an emergency stim, though, which I will absolutely take. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm listening to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla soundtrack, which is an outstanding soundtrack, but nothing quite so amazing, in my opinion. It's close. I'll admit it's close. But this particular instrumentation reminds me of that. Okay. Let's quickly take a look, make sure I'm not carrying anything extra. I can drop that. And drop low condition sodas. You can go ahead and drink some more coffee. Probably don't need the MRE. I know it's crazy to drop that, but we just don't need it. I have too many flares. I'll drop a couple of those. Got more matches than I need, so I'll drop the lower quality ones. And I guess I will drink this maple syrup. There we go. All right, let's go. So no gun. There's a chance we'll find one at the Mountaineer's hut once we get up to the mountain, but no gun. It is what it is. We're just going to have to go with what we've been given. I'm going to stay somewhat close to this cliffside. Weather's being extremely kind at the moment. Extremely kind. Do I have my... Yes, I do. You know, just need to be sure. All right. So we need to veer slightly this direction. I do want to stop at the hunting blind because you never know. The gun might be there. It's literally a hunting blind. Okay, so if I'm down a firearm at the beginning of the challenge, I feel like I owe it to myself to at least look there. Although I just heard footsteps, and that's freaking me out. I feel like those weren't mine. Hello? Nothing? Okay. Anything at all. Broken arrow. That's it. That's it. Just a broken arrow. Fine. Fine. I'll go this way. Alright. I can drink a little bit more coffee. And that will free up a bit of weight, as well as... well, it won't do much else. That is one thing that'll be inconvenient. If I find a gun, I'll have to drop some of the things I'm carrying. I need to drop a few more things. Hang on. Let's drop the tomato soup compliment that I'm currently carrying, just because we believe in curses here. And yeah, I've declared that. We believe in curses now. Although, I mean, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, that's hardly news to anyone. Whether you want to call it superstition, memes, superstitious memes, all of the above. Okay, we have arrived at the climb. I am going to poke my head down into the abandoned cache. I very much doubt that it will yield anything, but I want to at least look. And then we can begin our climb up into Timberwolf Mountain. Besides, while it's this...
Hope nobody needs this.
Right, I don't need a sweatshirt. Don't need a t-shirt. Yeah, while it's daytime, like, I can see in here. That's one of the reasons to rifle through it. I don't need a military-grade MRE or a wool scarf. Lots of lockers to search. I don't need pork and beans. Besides, we know that... well, you know, I shouldn't give Mark grief. It was Jennifer that couldn't get enough of the, of the pork and beans, apparently. In the last episode, or the last series. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Alright. Nothing in the grate. Hacksaw, perfect. Now we can get it to containers.
Could end up being useful.
See, and now the comment section can't even complain about the hacksaw because we can actually use it. That's going to give us coffee.
Too much stuff to carry.
A flare shell, a decent military coat. Ah. See, I'm going to pick that up. Because here's the thing. As our outer layer, that makes a lot more sense, given the protective value of that item. So I will take it. Let's take a look at what I can drop, though, in order to make it the rest of the way up. I can probably drop... I'll drop these items. I may be able to consume some items. Yeah, I can. So let's go ahead and just chow down on some pinnacle peaches. And then get rid of the can. Drop that. And oh boy. Alright, I guess I'll drop the torch for now. I don't need that much revolver ammo, so I'll drop half of that. That hurts me in some small way, I must tell you. All right, let's get on up there. Is there anything else? No, there's rarely ever much to speak of in the abandoned prepper cache, but... okay, and this is going to be annoying because it's going to take away a chunk of my energy, but I will live with it. Let's go. I'm just going to take the whole climb in one. Might stop to look at the ledge for a minute. All right, new guns. Let's keep going. And we have arrived, and we're starting to get a little bit exhausted, but that's okay. I'm going to drink just a little bit more coffee. And problem temporarily solved. And with that, we are approaching the summit. Or rather, the base of Timberwolf Mountain. The summit is probably for the next episode or the one after that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording here. In the next one, we are going to make our way into Timberwolf Mountain proper. We're going to try and make it to the Mountaineer's Hut before things get too crazy or foggy, because that's where things get chaotic for me. But at least I've had a little bit of recent practice. And then I'm going to do my best to make my way up to the summit of Timberwolf Mountain. I've gotten some practice lately, like I said, in offline play. So it hasn't been too long since I've gone for the summit, but it still has its tendencies to turn me around. So I have kind of a rough head map going, which is better than I can say for the last couple of times I've visited this zone. And we'll just have to see how much that suffices for knowledge that will get me up to the summit quickly and not waste too much time. Especially given that I don't have any means of defending myself apart from bright lights. So cross your fingers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.